because if you had mutas right now, you could clear out the tanks, no problem. Alright, so a couple lings are making their way up the ramp. You can, marines, sorry, you can clear them up with the mutas. They're walking up one by one, that's not good. Now, kill the marines, kill the tanks. You can actually pick off that tank without being hit. Or he's gonna go back. Yeah, he's gonna go back. So run around with your mutas, see what you can pick off. Like those tanks are very vulnerable right now, just pick them off. Yay! That's great. And at this point, you just keep macroing behind this. Your larva, I love your larva inject is spot on. Now all those lings, you can actually send them down there and clean this up. Yeah, great pick on the tank. And after this, you really have to expand straight away. Because right now, you have the mutas, so you have the map control. You have everything you need to defend a second push, because he's been reinforcing this position for quite some time. You can even double expand because you have a lot of money. Or triple expand if you want, just as long as you spend that money. Alright, you can inject your larva. Don't forget to inject your larva at your main. That's great, and you can go see what kind of harassment you can do with your mutas, but try to not lose them, okay?
Yeah.
So really, that's the really important part. If you have to leave without doing any damage, don't hesitate to leave. Just as long as you keep them alive. Oh, you can actually see that there are 3 command centers being made there. And no turrets, so start killing some SCVs. It's great. Nice target fire on there. That's great. That's awesome. Marines are coming, so just run. Alright. Awesome. Awesome. That was great. That was free damage. You didn't lose a single muta. That was perfect. Alright, now you can actually just 5S or use up all that larva. I see that your macro hatch has a lot.
Oh, yeah, crap.
Baneling speed is done. So at this point, he has a third base, and he has 2 planetary fortresses like guarding that third base. That's very hard to bust through, actually. So,
Fine, just kind of run around it.
Into his natural. But if you eventually want to bust this, you're probably gonna have to tech up the whatever, like broodlords. Running around is definitely a good option. You should probably, though, scout to see what's at the entrance of that second base. Because eventually you will have to bust through him to win the game. And there are very few units that can actually bust through like that. The Ultra is one if you actually have a lot of them, but with 2 planetary fortresses like that, it's going to be very hard. You saw a lot of Marines. You need to deal with that somehow. Banelings are obviously good. You can get, I love that you're getting Burrow, Infestation Pit. Okay, so you're tanking towards a lot of stuff. Try to saturate your third base right now. That's something I forgot to mention. As soon as your third base is done, you should basically saturate it as fast as you can, and then stop droning. Alright, you have that's 15 mutas. You can fly them around, just be a pest with them. How are your hotkeys? Your hotkeys, you have your hatcheries at 1, 2, 3. Okay. Alright, you have to run your links from there. Okay, that denied an expansion. Alright, try to run your mutas around and just be a pest with him. Try not to group them together also because there is a Thor.
Yeah.
But just keeping him inside his base for now should be enough damage to actually like prove that the mutas are useful. Now he's gonna attack with all those marines. If you can, try to move like half your banelings to the top, and burrow only like a few there. You don't need that many, but go explode. Okay, run him back. That was nice. Okay, try to run your banelings around. Oh, he's actually engaging here. Okay, so that should be an easy cleanup then. Now your mutas, where are they? They can actually counterattack while you do this. And that will be great as soon as you clean up those medevacs. Doesn't matter, I guess. Meanwhile, you are teching towards Hive. That's great. Those mutas can do so much damage at this point. Just, I would say focus on the turrets right now. And try to pick off, you can actually magic box the Thors. I think you have enough.
Yeah, well, like, every time I imagine, there's like a bunch of doors.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so what's your late game plan at this point?
Probably just Brood Lords.
Okay, I see you're making 50 Zerglings. Any reason for that? Besides spending your money?
Just money.
Okay. You see you're very gas starved. That 4th base does not have any gas mining, as well as your 3rd base.
Yeah,
there you go. 4th base, you can actually build your gas. And you have a lot of money, so get a 5th base. Because if he actually kills off a 3rd or 4th base, you'll have a 5th one to fall back on. So if you see that he's attacking, say, your 4th, you can actually run all your drones to your 5th and sacrifice your 4th. Because obviously you'll never have enough drones to saturate like 5 bases, but you can always switch between bases like that. Alright, so your Greater Spire is almost done, so build a couple Corruptors. Always good to have. And I love those lings at the top, just a spot for that base at the top. You can run him down the ramp to see if he actually took that 4th base yet.
Just checked that earlier.
Oh, okay. I didn't notice. Okay, so it looks like he's pushing out again. Now build a couple of Corruptors, because if this does not, if you can't wipe this clean, you can actually have some Broodlords to fall back on. Okay, now you should try and engage. There you go. Run your lings behind the army and sandwich it. There you go. I love the magic box on the mutas too. That will help a lot. Alright, great. Okay, you have a lot left over. That's awesome. Alright, where are your Corruptors? Okay, Corruptors, you have 5. You can turn 3 into Broodlords, and keep 2 Corruptors just to deal with the Vikings. I guess he's lagging a lot. So he is pumping out a lot of Hellions right now. Roach Warren could be useful to bust through this. Roaches are actually decent against a Planetary Fortress if you want. If not, the Broodlords are fine. You're probably going to win this anyways.
Yeah, I'm sorry for the Broodlords for now. Okay.
Okay, you're in his main base. I mean, this is probably 1 right now. Okay, these Baneling landmines. I see that you burrow about like 10 a shot. If you burrow only like 3 or 4 at different places, you can actually really maximize the effect of these Baneling landmines. Like, because 3 or 4 will basically take out as many Marines as 10. Because they're all clumped up. I mean, the splash damage is enough. You need 2 Banelings to kill a Marine. And the splash damage alone will be enough. Yeah, that's perfect. Burrow them at different places like that. you get a lot more chances to actually detonate. But burrowed landmines, you actually have to always check your minimap and always be aware of where his army is. It's kind of hard.
Yeah, I just kind of do it because if I manage to notice it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's like a bit of a lottery game. I mean, if you get him off, it's huge, but you're probably gonna lose him. So these broodlords, they're gonna start attacking. The important part is to actually keep your mutas and corruptors in back, and when the Vikings come to engage, you kill them. And the tank splash damage should do a lot of damage at this point. And behind this, you just spawn your larva, get a lot of stuff. Your natural expansion is almost mined out. You can transfer them to your 5th or your 4th or wherever. Okay, that's a lot of Vikings. Try and take them off. Okay. Okay, you have a lot of broodlords and not enough. You need something to actually deal with those Vikings. That can be a number of things. More corruptors, fungals, hydras could actually be very decent here, surprisingly, because the tanks are forced to unsiege. So basically anything that can deal with these Vikings is good, but you really need to. Nine corruptors. That is great. Alright, just keep them distracted for now while the 9 corruptors come. They are here, so now just engage. Corruptors are very, very good against Vikings. Plus, you can also recycle those corruptors into broodlords. Alright. So keep a number of corruptors with your broodlords just to deal with more Vikings, because he's probably going to be producing a lot of them. And really at this point, Lings are probably obsolete. I mean, they're still going to be useful, but not that much. And that is one very, very small army that he's coming with you. Did you get a nice detonation there? I didn't even notice.
Walked over him, so.
Okay, that's a nice engagement. The corruptors are still alive, that's great. And he GG's and you win. There you go, that easy. Alright, so one thing I actually noticed in the game is your hotkeys. I saw you had 1, 2, 3, you had hatches in there.
Yeah, like, I change them out. I usually use 3 for hatch and, like, 2 for, like, infestors if I get them, and 1 for, like, random things.
Okay. Where's your army in there? Do you always box your army?
I never hotkey it.
You never hotkey your army. I usually use 1 for my army. You might want to consider hotkeying your army just in case he pushes when you don't really expect it. That way you can select your whole army really fast.
Yeah, I just tend to dump them everywhere, like move them around, so I just never hotkeyed it.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't
Well,
bother
I
me.
think that should be something you could focus on. I also noticed that you're very, very, very good on your larva inject, but you're not that great on spending your larva.
Yeah.
So you always have like a ton of spare larva, which can be very good if like you don't know his army composition. But like that larva could be used for a lot of stuff.
Yeah, probably. Like, I just get supply blocked a lot, and it's like,
Yeah, well, as Zerg, I think it's the race that actually it's the least big of a deal to get supply blocked as Zerg as anyone else, because you can always extract or trick or do something like that, or like delay a push, or it's easy to like run around the